Hey everyone, this is Black IIC and welcome back to my channel. The October 2018 patch brought a whole bunch of changes, and the most significant of which I covered in my last video. One of the more interesting changes is the inclusion of a new type of quirk which increases the ghost heat limit of a mech's signature weapon or weapon combo. For example, the awesome 8Q is now able to fire triple PPCs or even triple heavy PPCs without ghost heat, since its stock configuration carries 3 PPCs. I may cover that in a future video, but today we're going to look at the Hunchback IIC and its new ability to fire 2 Ultra Autocannon 20s without heat of heat penalty. Before we get too excited about the build though, I'm going to point out that I don't think this is going to be the best build for the chassis. Primarily compared with the 3 UAC5 build, which is what I ran under before, this is much slower, hotter, and has lower DPS and range. The range and phase time of dual UAC20s is a major issue for the Hunchback IIC because it's a very fragile chassis that can't take a lot of damage. With the increased DPS of all mechs in the game since the patch, low DPS builds are going to suffer relative to those with more heat sinks and more heat efficient weapons. However, if you play it correctly, it does wreck some mechs very quickly, and it's quite possible to achieve some monster games with it. Because you're so slow and vulnerable, you normally should be sticking with some support. Never go anywhere where you can't fall back to friendlies very quickly, and try to get angles where you can shoot and not be shot back. On some maps where there are structures for you to peek over, those high mounts are going to be super useful. And you can sometimes do a bit of pop-tarting as well, although that shouldn't be your primary playstyle. In this build I only have 6 tons of ammo. And you may think this is not enough, but in reality it's fine for most games with both magazine capacity skills. The heat and UAC jam chance are actually the limiting factor to how much ammo you consume, so I wouldn't really worry about it. Also, if you're interested in the Hunchback IIC as a whole, I did an extensive series on the 4 non-hero variants of the chassis, and I demoed a 3 UAC5 build there as well, so do check it out. In the skill tree, I get both magazine capacity nodes and UAC jam duration nodes. I also get a bunch of heat gen nodes since I mentioned that heat is going to be one of the limiting factors of your overall performance. I also maxed out durability and cool run. Finally, I get 60% radar deprivation. Even though a lot of mediums can do without radar dep, this is too slow to get under cover very quickly from LRMs, so I think it's useful here. Now let's get into a couple of matches. So in this match we're on River City. River City is quite good for this build because the battle usually happens around the Citadel, and the Citadel provides a bunch of these ramps that you can peek over with your high mounts. On some of the maps it's not very possible. Not really possible to do. So yeah, so River City is quite good for the Hunchback IIC. Now you can see like I took a bunch of shots at like 550 to 600. Those are not ideal shots, but I think it helps to kind of distract those people who are like make them uncomfortable in sitting in those ranged positions, and kind of maybe force them to relocate or move closer towards us. One of the things that you want to avoid in the match is to have like snipers harassing your team all the time, and then like your team can't really do anything in response. You saw that Pop-Tart shot on the Atlas there. You also notice right now the Highlander is centered CT cord, and he did a double twist. He torso twisted, but I was able to shoot his crotch area and get the CT and get the kill. So something that maybe newer players don't really know about. This champion's in trouble and he dies. Yeah, so we pretty much held back a push from that left side. They didn't get a lot of support from their teammates. Only three mechs went there versus like five or six of ours. That catapult was a little bit out of range, so I didn't really want to shoot it. And plus, he was going behind that little curb area where I think my bullet drop would have come into effect. I first ran the dual UAC20 build without jump jets, but I really feel it's useful. As you can see, like I kind of was able to jump on top of this center area of the Citadel here. and get into good positions where I can take shots and support my team. Okay, gotta protect the right torso now since it's open. Yeah, that champion keeps shutting down. Anyways, only 2 mechs left, so we just need to clean up now. Oh, it was Majestic. I didn't realize. I didn't realize it was Madge. Check out his channel, by the way, Majestic. I have it linked on my related channels. Anyways, I don't think we got to do a whole lot in this match because it was kind of a roll. And yeah, that's why I kind of decided to record a second match to show kind of what this mech is more capable of doing. But as you can see, like our ammo lasted was more than enough to last this match, so 6 tons is fine. So by the way, sometimes I'm alt tabbed out here, so the screen freezes once in a while. We get to the end screen. Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot, but it was alright. So this match we're on Solar City. If you get into these good positions, like on top of the bridge, then it can be very helpful to, the high mounts can be quite helpful. So here we get a shot on the gargoyle. We almost take it out, but like I couldn't keep my fire on the CT, rear CT, throughout the salvos, so I wasn't able to kill it outright. But heavily damaged from the back. So as I said, like if you're able to fight on top of the bridge and shoot downwards, then the high mounts can be really helpful. But if you're forced to side peek, then the Hunchback IIC can be quite vulnerable to those kind of shots. Torso twisting on like the Hunchback IIC, while you have to do it sometimes, like a lot of times it doesn't help all that much because like all your weapons are torso mounted, and your side profile on the Hunchback IIC is very big, so any fire coming from the sides will likely just concentrate on the side torso and take out that component, so it doesn't spread damage very well. So we're able to kind of just like get those assaults and heavies to focus on us, and that causes them to back up, and our teammates from the left side just kind of pushed in and then cleaned those guys up, which is what we're hoping for. So we're up 3-1 now because of that move. There's like a shadow cat in the back.
Delta 4. I know we got guys fast. Guys are coming up behind us.
Can't let that shadow cat distract us all the time, but we still have to shoot at other things. Heavy PPC, awesome. Yeah, we can't really tank that awesome by ourselves, so we need help. So fortunately, some guy came in from the side and killed him off there. We have a good lead, 5-2 right now, but can't slack off.
There's a couple UAVs in Delta 4.
Another champion goes down. Still trying to deal with that shadow cat up there. I think this Hunchback is also carrying dual UAC20s. For the rest of the match, I didn't get too involved, and we'll just skip to the end screen right now. But I did end up using all of my ammo this match when the game was already won, so that was alright.
Nice
Well, I
one.
hope you enjoyed these matches, and let me know what you think of the double UAC20s and the Hunchback IIC, and make sure to subscribe for more NWO content like this. And I'll see you next time.